everybody, and welcome to the Dusty Lens. My name is Tzach Giffen, your host, and welcome to my home, my studio. I had some renovations done, so I took a couple of weeks off of editing and shooting, but I got plenty of videos coming up to you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get notified and see all of those. I thank each and every one of you, and I'm glad to have you. And these wonderful comments you keep leaving me are a joy, so keep it up, and I will as well. So let's get into it with the Sigma 150 to 600 with a bunch of letters. So I try to make monthly videos about what I call off-road photography. I love this channel for getting me out of my chair and into nature, and it should be a place that helps my professional work grow, but at the same time I really felt that I needed a place to have fun in. That said, let's get into this episode's. So I said it before and I'll say it again, I love me a good zoom lens. I've had the 55 to 230, I've got the 70 to 300, I got a little 300 for the Nikon, and recently I've been craving a big zoom lens for my full frame Sony camera that you're seeing me on right now. And I placed an order for the 150 to 600. So recently we shot a graduation ceremony at a large university in Israel, and I didn't have the 600 Sigma yet, so we rented the 200 to 600 from the wonderful people at pics in Yokneam. And Ancho, the owner, let me have the lens for a few more days so I can kind of do a side-by-side with the 150 to 600 Sigma that I got. So the very next morning after getting that 600mm, I got a call that my lens was ready to be picked up. Side by side with the Sony, the size differences are negligible, but the weight. The Sigma weighs 300 grams less, and it's really noticeable. So let's take them both out and shoot a few photos with each and see what we got. So I couldn't even take a single photo of these little buggers zooming around, zipping around on screen. So I didn't even try to edit the photos. But when they were sitting down on that sunken power lines, it felt really good. Kind of got that feel of that old photo where all the workers are sitting on that girder in the middle of the air and everybody's doing something different. Kind of feels like the same kind of vibe where all the birds, you know, they're all doing different stuff and they're sitting there on like a high tension wire, and it's pretty cute. So after I drank some coffee and took a few kind of mid photos of nothing really interesting, got on my bike and thought I'll take you to the local petting zoo because we have animals there that I could just, you know, shoot pretty much freely and show you the results. This side-by-side is disappointing, just because I don't really like the images I got that day. So let me show you a few shots that I like a little better. So I'll just say that the Sony is fine. It didn't blow my mind with its sharpness or anything like that, it's just simply adequate. This is probably my favorite shot from that day. So this side by side is fine. Got some okay shots here and there. You know, it's okay. It's a nice way to see the camera. But I've been going to this place called the Khaybar Carmel. It's a wildlife reserve on Mount Carmel in northern Israel, where they allow these majestic griffon vultures to breed, and they reintroduce them to nature, alongside other animals as well. And guess what? I came here with both lenses on separate occasions. So the Sony did well, right? Even very well. But the Sigma did just as well, if not better. And having a lighter lens helped me, move around that day and kept me photographing more. But you might be disappointed to know that my favorite shots from here are with my Fuji X-T3 and 70-300 setup, because it's ridiculously below the budget of these two big lenses and camera bodies. But I gotta say that the Fuji's day itself was better. Offered a better view of the vultures. They came out, they sat right in front of us. I didn't need a 600, as you can tell. The 300, 450 equivalent full frame was more than enough. And if I remember correctly, the sun was also better that day. So the Fuji, had some help that day. But that also goes to show you that a lot of wildlife photography is just about just being in the right place, right time. For my money, I'll take the Sigma every time. It's cheaper, lighter. I think it does an adequate job next to the Sony, pretty much the same. There are some specifications you should get into. Go on one of those sites where they have like a side-by-side comparison of the specs, just so you can make sure that you're not missing anything when it comes to features. But other than that, if it comes to image quality and results, I don't think you're gonna see a difference. That's in my opinion. If there is a difference, it's very, very small. Save yourself like 40-50%, and get the Sigma. So I've had a great time with this lens, but it has to go back to Genie Pics now. Special thanks again to Ancho, and go check them out. I put a link to their website somewhere in the description. Great guys. So over the past few months, I've been going to that water reservoir again and again, and I've got some great footage from there. I'll make a video about just that soon enough, so don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to get notified when new episodes drop. Other than that, I'm also working on a video on the Dead Sea. I've been a few times over the past few years, and I've got some great footage over there that I want to show you. So stick around for that as well. So thank you very much for being with me, and I'll see you in the next one.